If you had a boyfriend of yours constantly taking money from you without you knowing, what would you do? So you have a thief. So your boyfriend a thief. That what you telling me, sis? I'm not judging you, but you just told me your boyfriend a thief. Hey brookie babies, and welcome back to another video. As you can see from the title, today your girl is doing another Q&A. Now I love these type videos because I get to see exactly what it is you've probably been holding on to and really wanting to ask your girl. It's also a better way to get to know me. So I'm excited to be doing this video. If you don't know what a Q&A is, it's basically questions and answers. About 2 weeks ago, I put up a question box on my Instagram and I asked my followers and subscribers to send me questions, ask me whatever it is regarding something about me, something about YouTube, advice question, whatever it was, I asked you to ask me, and I'm going to try to get through all of them today. Probably won't get through all of them, but I am going to try to get through a pretty good amount of questions. So before we get into this video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brooke. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. Join the Brookie Baby gang, because the Brookie Babies are lit. We have fun, and if you subscribe, you're gonna have some fun too. All right, y'all, let's get into these questions because y'all want to know some things and your girl has to tell you some things, okay? All right, but before we get into this video, I need you to grab you some wine, okay? Your girl has this is the Castello Moscato. I really wanted to drink some of my Stella Black. I love Stella Black. I know it doesn't have a high percentage of alcohol. You guys, y'all some alcoholics, okay? Because I do not be drinking wine to get drunk. So everybody be like, Stella is just the juice and it ain't gonna get you that drunk. The percentage is low. I get that. But if I wanna get drunk, I'ma just drink some tequila. I be trying to catch a vibe, so it don't really matter to me. And this is pretty good. Like, this is my favorite Moscato, so I'll link it in the description box. If you really that interested, I'll link it. But yeah, girl, get you a cup of wine. Let's sip on a little something and let's start answering these questions because y'all want to know some things. And I'm gonna try to get through this video quick. I'm not trying to be here. I'm hoping that this video is not an hour long, so I'm gonna try to do my best. How do you manage your time? Having a full-time job and YouTube seems overwhelming. Girl, it is very overwhelming. I don't know if I show it. I don't know if I just do it well, but y'all, I be overwhelmed, okay? Your girl be exhausted, I be tired. But I guess I would say the best way to like manage and balance it all is I'm very organized. Like, I've always been super organized. Like, I do like to write things out. I plan out my content. I may write stuff out like every day. Like, I could write what I need to do for the week on Sunday, and then I'm gonna turn around and write everything out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Because I'm so busy and overwhelmed, whatever I write down on Monday tends to not get done. Not all of it. So there's something that I didn't do on Monday that I have to do on Tuesday. So with that being said, your girl just basically tries to like piece it together. I try to tell myself to slow down, take a deep breath. What can't get done just can't get done, and it is what it is. Okay, aside from financial benefits, what are you hoping to achieve with YouTube? Okay, so you said aside from financial benefits. So basically anything regarding like my goals and what I want to do coming with growth, I'm not going to mention that. So I would say that my main thing that I would want to achieve is to continue to grow my platform, but also to know that others come here because I motivate them, I inspire them, I make them believe in themselves, and knowing that I can do this, you can do this. And even if it's not you wanting to do YouTube, if you're having a stressful day at work, I want people to come here and be reminded, or I want people to be at work and say, you know what, let me go back and watch this question and answer that Brooke put up a year ago or a couple of days ago. I need something to pick me up. I just want to basically be known for being a positive light on such a huge platform. That's it. I don't want to be known for negativity, or it's always drama over there, or I don't want that associated with Brooke Kennedy. I don't want that associated with the life of Brooke Kennedy. So that is all that I really want to achieve. I just want to motivate people constantly, make them feel good about themselves, make them feel like you can do whatever it is, and constantly remind people that every day ain't gonna be the best day, but if you put your mind to it and you work hard, whatever it is you want to achieve, you can achieve it. So I would say that's basically what I want to achieve. So this says thoughts on Euphoria. I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that at all, so I guess I should start, but I haven't watched that. Okay, so this one says, you have such nice teeth. I just want to know if you've had them whitened. No. I've never had my teeth professionally whitened. I actually want to get them professionally whitened, but I never have. Honestly, all I do is use Crest 3D White Glamorous White toothpaste, Listerine, and girl, I used to use Crest 3D like whitening strips and like this paste that my brother makes. It's like a home remedy paste that whitens your teeth. I used to use that like a year and a half ago. I haven't done any of that, and honestly, I have a mirror right here because I need to make sure, you know. But honestly, I don't even feel like my teeth are as white as they used to be. My teeth are super white, and I know people be like genetics, but like I think straightness of your teeth is based off genetics, which that is why my teeth are the way they are. My dad has really nice teeth, but as far as like the whiteness, I just constantly brush. Favorite and least favorite thing about YouTube. Okay, so my favorite thing goes back to the question about what is it that I'm hoping to achieve. My favorite thing is you can reach so many people, and you can know that the smallest things, the things that you think are the smallest, make people feel good. So I'm so excited about this video that I just put out, which is basically how to become that girl. And on that video, I pinned a comment from a subscriber, and the comment was very, very touchy. So if you want to go check it out, that video is up and it's pinned. But you would think like just putting out that video, sometimes we have to pull ourselves back, because I'm thinking like, oh, it's just so small, like I'm really not doing as much, but it's realistic, like this is what I do to be that girl. But you don't know like how much you can motivate somebody that's not doing any of that at all, that don't see themselves or believe that they're worthy. So like just the fact that you can touch so many people, even if it's one person, and make them feel good, that is absolutely my favorite thing about YouTube. Now my least favorite thing, let me drink some of my wine. I'm gonna be honest, okay? We gonna be honest the professional way. And I'm not even gonna say it happened to me. My least favorite thing is seeing people with smaller platforms and their quality and their work is amazing, okay? And seeing others that are doing just as good on YouTube, mimic them down to a T, and use the creativeness, use the bomb creative ideas that this smaller YouTuber that's coming into the game has put together that maybe nobody else has done, and they go mimic it and make it seem like they thought of this brand idea, but because they got this bigger platform, it looks like they did, and nobody is gonna notice the smaller YouTuber and that they created this until maybe years later, or maybe not even at all. I don't like that. That is so not fair to the person that is putting in this hard work and trying to grow. Like, you gotta think about how hurtful that is to a smaller YouTuber that probably wants to be recognized by you, or you notice them for their hard work, but you turn around and like what they're doing and go do it. That is cutthroat, baby. But I have been warned by, I'm gonna call them my YouTube sisters, And there's only a few because I've been told you gotta watch your back, and I already know that. But I've heard YouTube can be cutthroat. The streets can be cutthroat out here, baby. You gotta watch your back. So, you know, it is what it is. And I'm not talking about nothing simple like, oh, I did a morning routine, this person gonna do a morning routine. Girl, that's childish now. You can't be now. People gonna do that. But I'm talking about when they go do a morning routine and it's exactly how you did your morning routine, down from what you said, down from how you produced it, down to how your slide. Girl, that's weird. But I'm not talking about like everybody do morning routine, everybody do get ready with me, everybody does vlogs. Now that's not what I'm talking about. Telling, okay, so this is really not a question, but it said telling people you want to do YouTube. I didn't tell a lot of people. That's just how I operate. I've always operated like that. I don't like to announce my moves before I make them. So the only person or the only people that knew I wanted to start a YouTube was a few of my close friends, probably like 2. My husband, my brother, and my mom. And by the time I was really finna start it, like basically the way I will say something before it happens is it already has happened. So like I had already made my channel, had already made the first video, had already made the intro, the banner, all of that before I put it like on my Instagram, like, hey, I think I want to do YouTube. It was already in the making. So it wasn't like something like, oh, I want to do this and I ain't even done no work on my end to know how to do this. I don't operate like that. So I don't like to announce my moves because I just like to pop out. That's just how I like to operate. I like to pop out. Like there's video ideas I don't mention to you guys. I don't tell y'all what I'm working on sometimes because I just like to drop it on you. That's just how I like to operate. What is your advice for someone who is newly married and young? Okay, I wish you would have put the age in here so I can see how young, but my advice is gonna be the same advice for it. Yeah, it don't matter about your age because my advice is gonna be the same advice for an older couple versus a younger couple. The #1 key is communication. If y'all can't communicate and get on the same page, it's just going to explode. Like that is my #1 advice because I can't really give you something in specific because I would need to know like exactly what area of concern there may be, but I would say communication. Like if you cannot communicate with your loved one or your spouse or your friend or whoever, whatever, it ain't even gotta be a relationship. It could be friendships, it could be just at work. If you can't communicate, it's just toxic. Like, and be not only communicate now, because there's different types of communicate. Like you can communicate and be yelling and not listening and hearing a person out. You got to be able to you have to be able to communicate. You got to be able to compromise. You have to be able to put yourself in that other person's shoes, and you have to be able to come to an agreement. An agreement doesn't mean you're going to agree. The agreement could be I disagree, but we're gonna agree that we disagree type of agreement. So it starts with communication, but it also starts with listening and understanding each other and respecting your point of view. Any advice on keeping your independence while also being a military wife? I love this question. And the reason why is because I have this conversation a lot of times with my friend Brittany, and I just feel like there's like this 60% rule or this 60% mindsets that are going around that once you become married, you lose your independence. Like you are just dependent upon your man. That is not true. Okay, that is not true. That is wrong. I do not agree. Okay, I was independent before my husband, and I'm gonna remain independent with my husband. I said I do until the end of time, and that is what it is, and praying that it will be. But I'm not going to be his dependent. What they call in the military? I'm not gonna be his dependent. I'm not gonna be that. You're not gonna call me a dependent. I barely like being called a military wife because I'm not a military wife. I'm a wife, okay? I'm a wife. My husband's in the military. If your husband is a truck driver, do people call you truck driver wife? No, you're a wife. But I would say keep doing you. Like you gotta make sure you're reaching your goals. Like you don't put what you want on the back burner for him. No. And if he wants an independent woman, he's not gonna make you put what you want to do and your goals and aspirations. He's not gonna make you put that on the back burner. Mine is not. He's gonna push me and motivate me to make a YouTube video on a Thursday night when I'm tired. And that's how you remain independent. Like, you can't get so caught up in love that love is the only thing that you focus on. So my advice is to, it's almost like an independent woman when she finds a man, okay? Nothing should change. Nothing should change. Why should stuff change? All you did was just add on a little bit more of a task. You now have somebody to cater to, and they have to cater to you as well. It's 50-50. So that's just how I feel. How did you decide what content to post when you first started your channel? Okay, so basically, this goes with YouTube tips. Don't start a YouTube because everybody tell you need to start a YouTube. Why? Why are they telling you need to start a YouTube? If you can't answer that question completely and fully, I don't think you should start a YouTube. Like, you can't start a YouTube because people say you, oh, you should start a YouTube because you have a YouTuber's voice. No. Because the real work behind the scene is gonna kick you in your face and it's gonna be painful, okay? You gotta start a YouTube because you really want to start a YouTube, and you need to pick content that you are interested in. I pick beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and home decor because before I started my YouTube, that's all I watched. So that's what I'm interested in. That's what I love. So why would I do videos on how to keep plants alive? I don't have live plants in my home. So I pick content that I love and know that I can recreate. And YouTube is an investment that a lot of people don't talk about. So I picked stuff that I knew I would be willing to invest in, and wouldn't feel like, man, I'm spending a lot of my money on this stuff that I don't even really care about, that I'm really not interested in. I have no problem buying makeup. I have no problem buying clothes for a try on haul. Why? Because I love clothes, I love makeup. So you just gotta think about exactly what it is that you love and you wanna do, and then decide on your content from there. How did you become an insurance agent? For one, you gotta go get a license, and that's it. Whatever state you're in, you need to get a property and casualty license. If you want to sell life insurance, then you need to get a life license. But I didn't want to sell life insurance. I only sell home, auto, motorcycle renters, things of that nature. So basically, I went through exam FX. I got my courses, I studied, I took my exam, I registered to take my exam, my state exam. I passed, I got my license, and then I started with Allstate a week later. So that's it. It's simple. It's simple. You just get your license and apply for whatever company you want to work for. The difference is pay, commission structure, and that's it. That's the only difference between the different insurance companies. All right, you guys, we're getting through these. How to deal with a friend who is jealous of your life low-key. This one right here, I feel like is always going to be toxic, okay? If you feel like this friend is jealous of you, for one, that's not a friend, because a friend wants to see you win, okay? You want everybody in your circle to win. You don't want somebody that's hanging with you that's not doing just as good as you are. Like, I want all my girls to win. Y'all see the memes, everybody be successful, everybody eats to be, okay? So you want everybody to be successful, you want everybody to do good, and you just can't have snake energy around you. Like, you can't have nobody around you that's showing ways of jealousy. And so there's two ways to handle this. You can either cut the person off cold turkey, or you could maybe go to that person and express how you feel and see how they take it. Now, don't go in there like, hey, bruh, I've been peeping stuff. I can tell you low-key jealous of me. That ain't how no friend move. Nah, that's toxic. Now, you finna ask for a whole argument. But maybe go to them and express how you feel. Because it may not be, you may be looking at it as jealousy, but it could be something else. Like, it depends on what it is. But at the end of the day, I feel like you don't need somebody around you like that. And maybe even if you kind of fall back off of that person a little bit, just kind of like keep your distance and not cut them off. But, you know where to stand with them. Long handle spoon. So But definitely I wouldn't keep a friend around me that I felt like was low-key jealous of me, but I wouldn't be so much super mean to them and kind of cut them off cold turkey. But I would kind of like fall back, long handle spoon, and I would just keep in mind that this person don't really want to see me win, but I'm gonna keep doing my thing anyway. How did you get the courage to do YouTube and let strangers into your personal space? You kind of have to know how to balance it. For one, I had the courage to do YouTube because I really wanted to do YouTube, and I knew that if I wanted to do it, I needed to just jump out there and do it, and that's what I did, and I loved it. I never really had the fear. Like, before I dropped it, of course I had the fear, but once I dropped it and I got the feedback that I got from my very first video, it was over with. It was over with. I'm like, it's almost like I was telling myself, like, girl, I told you you can do this, you can do this, you got this. So that was the courage. I gave myself the courage. I had the confidence. Letting strangers into my personal space, like, I only tell you so much. Like, I let you guys in, but I also know how to be private. I can tell you what I want to tell you, and there's certain stuff that I won't tell you. So you just kind of have to know how to balance it, and you got to be ready for the strangers, especially the mean people that are on YouTube. The internet bullies are real, but you know, you have to be ready for that and just brush it off your shoulder. I'm real quick to delete a stupid comment or something negative. Like, it doesn't bother me, because you would not say that to my face if you see me in person. Okay? How do you stay consistent on making content? A schedule. I have a schedule. My drop day is every Sunday, and then if I really want to push out another video, I'll drop it either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Sometimes Thursday. Girl, I don't know. I just drop it during the week anytime. But I try to drop a video every Sunday, and I plan out my content for the month. So I just piece everything out, plan everything, stay on top of it, and push through on those days that I don't want to do anything. Because once I get to Sunday and I drop that video, I feel good. If you had a boyfriend of yours constantly taking money from you without you knowing, what would you do? So you have a thief. So your boyfriend a thief. That what you telling me, sis? I'm not judging you, but you just told me your boyfriend a thief. Do you work hard for your money just for somebody to steal from you? If it was a stranger or one of your homegirls stealing from you, how would you react? Now, don't come telling me if it was my homegirl, oh girl, I would beat her and girl, I would do this, but then you got this boyfriend over here, you call yourself so in love, and he's stealing from you, but you ain't doing nothing. He's still laid up in the bed with you. No. He wouldn't be my boyfriend. No, he does not need to be your boyfriend. He's stealing from you. You can't trust him. I can't trust you with my money. If you can't trust the person that you with yourself, like if I can't trust you to be loyal to me, and I can't trust you with my money, that's a problem. You playing with my heart and my money. That's how you get, girl. Cut it off. It ain't nothing to cut that. Cut it off. Cut it off. Your top 5 favorite wines. Stop playing. Stop playing, because you know I ain't got no top 5. Because you know I be drinking that Stella Rose. Y'all be playing. I don't have no top 5 wines because I don't drink nothing but Stella Black, okay? If it ain't Stella Black, take it back. And this Moscato. That's all I drink. And for that, we're gonna drink today, okay? That's good. I feel like I missed the whole How do you deal with a family member that always sees others as the problems but themselves? I leave them where they're at. You my family member, and I vibe with you for a certain reason. You may be the cousin that I vibe with because you funny and you make me laugh. When you get to doing all that, acting like you ain't never wrong and blah blah blah, I just let people do what they do. I don't get into all that. Sometimes we have to learn to just let people do what they want to do, okay? A person that act like they ain't never wrong, I just sit back and look at them. I just sit back and laugh. When they doing all that talking like they ain't wrong, I just shake my head. Now I will, in the beginning, like if it's the first time I'm experiencing this, I'll probably try to tell you about yourself like 3 times, like, hey man, you know you was wrong too. Like, it ain't just all on that person, or it ain't just all on me. But once you've done that like 3 or 4 times, and this person continues to do that and continues to play victim and they're never wrong, you have to accept that's just how that person is. That's just them. That's just who they are, okay? And let them be. You ain't my man. You ain't my husband. I ain't gotta live with you. That's your foolishness, okay? Okay, you ain't wrong. All right, cuz I love you. Holla at you. I'll talk to you next week. I don't waste time, okay? I don't let people mess up my peace. You see where I'm at right here? This is my couch. This is my house. This is peaceful. If I'm on the phone with somebody that acting like they ain't did nothing wrong and they ain't never wrong, all right, cuz I appreciate you. I love you. I gotta go. Talk to you tomorrow. Don't give them your time. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. I can't stand when people act like they ain't never wrong. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Do you want any more animals? I do. I just told Kevin that I want to get another dog and he agreed. So we may be getting another dog very soon. But in my mind, I'm like, how long is it gonna take me to get this dog fully trained before in my mind I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to be a mom? Because I can't be dealing with my oldest baby, which is Layla. If you don't know, I have an older dog. Her name is Layla. She's my baby girl. I cannot be dealing with my oldest, being jealous, acting a fool, being a teenager, because she already stubborn. Then I got my little middle child, which would be my baby, my baby dog. And they spoil and acting a fool. They ain't trained already. And then I got my baby, my human baby, that requires all my attention. And then I got my brookie babies. That's a lot. That's a lot. So yes, I do want more animals, but I don't think that's just gonna be practical for me and Kevin. We just gonna have to decide if we get this dog within sometime this year, then these babies gonna have to wait. And with that question, I have two questions that go together. Somebody said, when do you plan to have kids? And then another person said, when are you going to make us internet aunties? I told y'all in the last question and answer, when y'all start sending some funds for these kids, when y'all start sending me your schedules of when you're gonna babysit, is when you're gonna get some kids from me, okay? I love when people ask, when you gonna have some kids? But they don't never ask you, when can I babysit? Why y'all be pressuring people to have babies? Y'all ain't gonna look after them. You wanna sit at home on your couch and be chilling, watching my morning routine with a newborn baby, but you ain't gonna be shooting with me in the gym when I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to feed the baby and keep him off my titty. You ain't gonna be there with me. So with that being said, I'ma have kids when I wanna have kids, and you gonna find out when you see that video, I'm pregnant. And that shit's on that, okay? Cause y'all be killing your girl with that. When you gonna have kids? When we gonna get a Mini Cooper? I done told y'all. The baby gonna come when your girl get ready. Don't worry. I am going to have a baby. I'm not trying. Somebody else asked me that too. Are you trying? No, I'm not trying. I'm not preventing, but I'm not trying, okay? I'm not trying. Relationships with in-laws important to you? Yes. I do feel like relationships with your in-laws are important, mainly because whenever you don't get along with your spouse parents, it makes it harder on your partner. That is very hard for them because everybody just wants everybody to come together and get along. And when you don't get along with your in-laws, it makes your significant other feel like they have to choose between who I love and who I love. And that is very hard. That is very hard. And nobody should feel like they have to do that. So even if it takes a lot out of you to get along with your in-laws, I feel like you should at least try, because keep in mind that if it helps you, keep in mind I'm doing this for my partner. Not so much for that person or myself, but I'm doing this for my partner because this is what they need. So yeah, I feel like it's important, and it makes things more smooth. It makes things a lot better. How long have you and your mom worked together? Girl, forever. Since I was born. Since I was born. But no, for real, I have worked in insurance with her. Like, her being my boss is about to be 3 years, or it just hit 3 years. So 3 years. How old are you? I am 28, Leo gang, 7/23/93. When to let go friendships specifically? I would say it's time to let a friendship go when it serves you no purpose, okay? When it's a one-way street. If you feel like you're giving so much more of yourself than you're receiving back, then it's time to let the friendship go. Now, I'm not saying if you like to talk to your friend every day on the phone and you call this person and they pick up the phone 4 days out of the week, but you calling them every day, like 7 days a week, and they're not available, they're tired, they have a life, they're working. People are not going to be available. But if you feel like you call this person, say you call this person twice or once a week, and sometimes they answer, and when they do answer, they act like they don't want to talk to you. Excuse me, the conversation is just kind of dry. You feel like you go over and beyond. You feel like you're the one always trying to put stuff together for you to do. You just feel like you're the only one that's interested in that friendship and really want to keep it there and keep it strong. Then with that, it is time to let go. And I know it's hard to let friendships go. I've let friendships go and it was very painful. Like, it hurts. I'm that type of person where it bothers me. I'm never that type of person like I joke around and be like, oh, it ain't nothing to cut that person off. Like, girl, you better cut her off. Like, I'm not that person. Like, I take my friendship serious. So when I lose a friend, it does hurt. But once you get past that hurt, it's just like in a relationship. Once you get past that hurt, you be fine. And then when you know, never mind, let me be quiet. When you know you was a good friend and it's hard to come by a person like you, girl, you don't be caring. You be like, all right, whatever. Good luck. Like, that's just how it is. But I wouldn't say, just don't be so, my main thing I would say is, just don't be so quick to cut people off, because you just never know. Like, you just never know what a person is going through. Sometimes people are going through so much. What college did you go to? Your girl went to Valdosta State down in Valdosta, Georgia. Shout out to the Blazers. What's your fave vacay? Your fave vacay? I would say my favorite vacation was the vacation to Cancun. That was actually my first time flying out of the country. I've been on cruises and stuff, but like my first time ever like flying out of the country was last year in July with my husband. We went to Cancun and oh my God, I had so much fun. I have another trip booked at the end of April and I am so ready to go. Like, flying out the country, somebody told me, KK, my friend KK told me, she was like, once you fly out the country and stop cruising, you never gonna want to cruise again. Now, I just want to go on another cruise because I love a cruise. I still want to go, but she wasn't lying. Like, flying out of the country is just a whole nother vibe. How often do you and your husband do date night? I would say twice a week. Once a week, we'll do it like in the house date night, and then we'll do a date night every weekend. It's either Friday or Saturday night. Oh my God, we were so like, we would do this so much when we lived in Washington State. We would go on date night like every Saturday. We would go on date night. I'm talking about getting dressed up clean to a T. We would go on date night. I feel like that's super important, and it's a good way to just like relax from the whole work week. So we do it every week. Tips for people with low self-esteem. You got to look yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself that you're worthy. Tell yourself that you're beautiful. Tell yourself that you're strong. Tell yourself that you're here because you have a purpose. It's something in particular that it could be something in particular that's causing you to have a low self-esteem. Sometimes it could be physical. Like some people, they feel like, oh, I have bad skin, or oh my God, my teeth are not straight. Oh my God, I'm pudgy. Oh my God, I don't like how my body look. Oh my God, I don't like how my hair look. Don't let stuff like that get you so caught up in having low self-esteem, because all of that can be corrected. It takes time, but you can clear acne. It takes time, but you can straighten your teeth. It takes time, but you can get in the gym. You can go get surgery. I'm not against none of that. You can do whatever it is to build your self-esteem up. And that's that. So you have to remind yourself every day that you are that girl. I am that guy. And start telling yourself that constantly every day. When you go outside and you walk somewhere, or you go somewhere, hold your head up high, and you will start building that confidence up. You will build that self-esteem. Someone asked, would you do a trip with your brookie babies? Yes, 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 yes. I would do a trip with my brookie babies, but I would have to figure out a way to like make sure y'all ain't crazy. Like, I love y'all, but I gotta make sure y'all ain't crazy, because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I may bring one of my homegirls with me, so y'all get to acting a fool and try to gang up on me, it's like, all right, bye, I got my homegirl too. But nah, I'm just kidding. Yes, I would definitely do a trip with my brookie babies. That may be a way, like when I hit like 50K or like 100K, I'm definitely gonna do a meet and greet. But that may be like, ooh, I like that idea. I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna talk. Keep that in mind, brookie babies. I thought about something. I don't want to speak on it. like I said, I like to pop out with stuff. So yeah, we're gonna work on that. Yes, absolutely. I would definitely take a trip with the Brookie babies. Y'all love relationship questions. Is it because I'm married? Is it because I'm married? Okay, I gotta go to this other, because I got some on my YouTube community as well. I want to make sure I'm hitting those too. All right, what are your hobbies outside of work and YouTube? Girl, sleeping. Oh, I'm just kidding. No, for real, like whenever the camera's not on, I just like to spend time with family. I like to sit back and watch YouTube videos. I work out. I like to go home decor shopping. I like to, did I say meet up and eat with my homegirls? I think I said it already. Did I say that already? Yeah, but I just like to just do stuff like that. Just relax and just sit back and cool it. Like nothing much. YouTube really became my hobby outside of work. So it's just like I don't have time for another hobby. It's just when I'm not doing YouTube and working, I'm trying to catch up on some rest, girl. What are your tips and routines for always looking so girly and put together? Just taking the time to do it. And like I tell my husband, I be getting so mad at him. Let me know if y'all can relate. I be getting so mad at my husband because say y'all done went out on a Friday or a Saturday night and it be date night and y'all get home to have a couple of drinks. Why the man always just take out their clothes, throw on their little boxes, they jump in the bed while we in the bathroom having to do this whole 5-step skincare routine? And you be so mad because you be wanting to get in the bed. You know the feeling of wanting to get in the bed so bad, but you can't sleep in your makeup. That is basically the perfect example of how to try to stay put together and look your best. Effort. It takes effort. When you look good, you feel good. And coming up and how I was raised, my mom was like, always put yourself together. Always look good. Like, don't be going out the house looking no any type of way. Like, I would get in trouble for that. Kevin said he grew up the same way. Like, he couldn't go out the house looking any kind of way. So, you know, just always put yourself together and you feel good, and that helps with that low self-esteem. And then when you do go out and you always put together, you get complimented a lot when you go out looking good. And with all those compliments, there go that self-esteem being boosted. So it just makes you feel good about yourself. So I would just say have a routine, skincare routine, self-care routine. Waking up in the morning and be like, you know what, I'm finna put my makeup on, I'm finna do my hair. I work from home, but I don't care. I'm finna look like I'm going somewhere. People call me all the time, Bru, why you dressed up? Where you finna go? Nowhere. I wanna look good. When you look good, you feel good. How long have you and your husband been married, and where did y'all meet? We have been married for, it'll be 4 years, May 26th, that's our anniversary. And we met, so we're from the same town. We're from the same hometown. We met through a, what was that? Did y'all hear that? I be hearing stuff. So we met through a mutual friend, went to a kickback, but we are from the same hometown, so we knew each other. We've been knew each other. Being a wife, something your mom taught you growing up, or did you just kind of learn as you went? I feel like I didn't grow up in a household where I really learned what to do, so watching you is refreshing and you teach me a lot. That could be true. That could be true. Maybe I don't think about it. I never think about, am I being a good wife? I just do it. And I'm being completely honest. Like, I wouldn't say like my mom pulled me aside constantly growing up like, hey, this is what you should do for your husband. Hey, this is what you should do. No, because that just ain't my mama. Like, girl, bye. Like, she'll like, even if she said it, I'd be like, what? Like, he gonna get what we give, you know? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. Like, to me, that just feels like, mom. Like, if my mom was telling me that, I'd be like, what? Like, I'm not finna just be catering to this man. Like, it's just like, to me, I feel like you just like, I'm not finna cater to him like that. Like, what you mean? This is what I need to be doing. This is what I mean. This is what he need to be doing. Like, that's the type of girl that I am. But what I will say is, it's not something that's taught to you. Like, it's not, you don't learn it. I feel like it's something that you want to do. Like, when you love somebody, that's what you want to do. Like, to me, I feel like, for one, I like to eat. I be hungry. So with a man or not, I'm finna get in there and cook me something to eat when I get off work for dinner, or I'm gonna go get something. So when you marry, there's not really a difference. It's just you take somebody else into consideration. So, and I think about how I want to be treated. It's not more so something I learned. It's just like, if I was working all day and I was out in the sun or in the field, I would want to come home to a hot meal. So therefore, I want to eat. So I'm gonna make sure he got a hot meal too. I think it just naturally comes. So I don't think it's something that has to be taught. Think about how you want somebody to cater to you and just get that back in return. Hey Brooke, do you find working from home better for you personally? No. I am a people's person. I'm thirsty, so I'm about to drink this wine like it's water. I say no because for one, I'm a very outgoing person. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see me like maybe post a picture of my laptop at the kitchen table and I'll say location switch for the week. I have to change up my location to help with my mental. It's very hard for me to work from home. I know a lot of people say, oh, I love working from home. I enjoy working from home. Like, yeah, it's cool. You at home, you can just wake up 15 minutes before you log in and just throw on something comfy. But like, I like having interactions with my co-workers. Like, it's fun to me. I like to make people feel good. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. So I do miss that from being able to work in a work environment. So I personally don't like it better, but I mean, some people do. What are some red flags with toxic relationships and friendships? Basically, I would say giving too much of yourself and not getting that back in return. You're always getting like low jabs or little jealous statements or little shicey stuff that's said and they think that you're not picking up on it. Those are red flags. You know the meme that goes around where it says don't put little in front of nothing that I do? When you have those friends that's always like saying how your little this going or how that little stuff, watch those. You gotta watch those type of people. Or when you have friends that will like say something like, I hate when people wear their hair like this, but it's the way that you always wear your hair. You have to pay attention to people that are indirectly throw jabs at you. Those are red flags. Learn how to deal with them or learn how to get rid of them. You have a choice. You can long handle spoon or you can cut them completely off. But don't ever be blind to the signs. Trust your gut, because your gut does not lie. As a military spouse, do you find it difficult to make actual friends with other wives? Yes, it is very difficult. That is a current challenge for me. Right now, I've been talking to my husband about it, and I do get worried sometimes because I do want to be in a place where I'm close to family and close to friends, and I know that's kind of hard with the military. So me and my husband are working through that right now. But yeah, it is hard to mesh with other military spouses because a lot of times they are full of drama, and I don't know why. Like, I don't get, maybe because a lot of them are young. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of drama and I just don't have time for it. So therefore I be sitting in the house without friends, or I'll go hang out with Brittany and Khadijah who are here, or I'll just drive back home because I don't got time for all that. I don't got time. Are you in a sorority? If not, did you consider pledging while in college? I am not, and I did consider, but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I would have pledged, but I did consider it. And do I regret not doing it? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I do regret not doing it. You are a foodie, which I am too. What 2 foods or meals do you absolutely love? Y'all know I have been obsessed with honey glazed salmon, asparagus, and mashed potatoes. And I would say another obsession is probably Cajun shrimp pasta. Cajun shrimp and sausage pasta. I love it. It's so good. Somebody said I would love to know how you take care of your real hair, your natural hair. I wear wigs and I'm looking for a routine for my thin fine hair. Girl, I ain't got it. Girl, I ain't got it. I ain't got no routine for you. Cause baby, I'm about to take the clippers and I'm about to shave it off. Cause girl, you and me both. I need to do better. I need to go get my hair treated, because the thing about it is it's so thick. Around my edges they are thinning though, like they're getting thin. But I always have had like finer edges, but my hair, oh my god, it's so thick. I need to go get it treated. So girl, I don't know, you just need to search natural hairstylist or natural hair care videos on YouTube. Trust me, there are plenty of them, because your girl Brooke Kennedy ain't got you. That is not in my content categories. I always seem to cut people off fast. I expect people to give me the same energy I give out. How do you deal with friends you don't feel treat you the same way? Same thing, cut them off, but you can't cut people off too fast, okay? You, like I said, be careful with that. Like, you just can't be out here just, this person made me feel some type of way. One time, I'm gonna cut them off. Like, friendships gonna have up and downs. Just keep that in mind, and that's all I'm gonna say regarding that. Here's some things that help you when you need to focus on your mental health. Taking a break from social media. Take a break. Put the phone down, put on your favorite movie, take you a hot bath, drink you some good tea, drink you some wine, and just relax. Take you a mental break. And that's basically all I do. That's next on your bucket list. The next thing on my bucket list, y'all, is I want to go overseas somewhere, but I am fun fact, I want to go overseas somewhere, but I am super scared to fly a long distance. And I know you probably like, what? I do not want to do any flights that are longer than 6 hours. When I used to fly to Washington State to live and stay with my husband, and we used to go home back and forth, I used to hate that flight. So I want to go overseas. That's next on my bucket list, but I have got to get over the fear of long flights. I really want to go to Paris, like really want to go. This is going to be my last question, and basically it said, what would you tell your 18-year-old self knowing what you know now? Basically, I would tell 18-year-old Brooke to don't rush it. My mom used to tell me, you better not rush it. Like, what did she used to say? What is the saying? What is it that our parents just say? And I can't believe I can't think of it right now. But my mom used to say, you better not rush it. Enjoy it while you can, because time flies. It's something. Let me call and see, y'all. Let's call and see what it says, my old lady. What's she doing? Girl.
Your call has been forwarded.
Babe, she wrong for that. Anyways, oh my god, y'all, my camera is dying. Basically, I would say to enjoy every moment. Don't rush it. Give yourself time to enjoy your 20s. Don't feel pressured to get to 30. And just know that everything works out the way it's supposed to. You have to trust God's timing. So I just would have reminded myself back then of that, to not rush it, to not be so hard on myself, and then just to enjoy life and take it a day at a time. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Before you head out, please make sure to give your girl a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, share the video, and don't forget to hit the red subscribe button. Join the Brookie Baby gang, because the Brookie Babies are lit. We have fun, and if you subscribe, you're gonna have some fun too. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Brookie Baby.